We're going to do a little test here. So he put E85 in his car. He got it from Meyer in Richmond, Kentucky.
Nope, Speedway.
Speedway. I got mine from the same place, not even 2 weeks earlier. And my sensor, I drained my tank and everything, cleaned it out because the whole, I got a gasoline in my E85 fiasco I went through for a whole week on my car thinking I hurt something. But anyway, long story short, we're going to see if the tester reads what the sensor reads. I'm told that the sensors are more accurate than the testers, but we're going to find out here real quick. So now his read E87 when he bought it at Speedway. He tested it 4 times with that tester, the Holley tester. And then now he did drain the tank and clean the tank out, but there was still some in the lines, but he disconnected the return line and ran about a gallon through it. So that should have got all of it out. So we're going to test his, see what the tester says. And then we're going to test mine with the tester, matches the sensor. Because the sensor right now on mine reads E78. And I got my E85 at the same gas station he got. I think that tester reads, I don't know, 8 to 10 too high. We got it out of his car, and you fill it up to that very top line. You got to get it precise, or the farther off it's going to read. And then, I guess, what do you do after that? I've never used one.
Just shake it up.
You just shake it up? I thought you had to put water in it.
I did.
Oh, yeah, you had to fill it up so far with water first. We'll show them.
So you add water to this line.
Okay.
And then you add the rest of it all the way up to there at the 85.
Man, shake it up real good.
Let it sit.
And you gotta let it sit. Does it say how long to let it
It
sit?
won't take long. A couple seconds.
Okay. Well, let's see what it says.
It sits on 11.
Now, I don't know how good y'all can see this, but there's a faint line right there. That's the line.
The first time it tested like 86.
It's reading like 88. And every time he tested, what, his 4th time?
Yeah.
It tested 86 to 88. So let's go get some fuel out of the 96 Camaro, which the sensor reads 77 to 78 on, and see what it says. We took some out of my fuel line. If you guys ever mess with these fuel lines, get these ones where you push the button. You push that button, it comes right off. So much easier than using the tool, or even the ones with the clips. Nah, the clip ones ain't that bad. You just push down on the 2 front part of the clip and it's supposed to slide off. But this is way easier than those factory fittings back there where you gotta use the tool. They're a nightmare. These are easy. But anyway, we got some out of mine. Now, to confirm, the sensor, I bought this sensor as a kit. Innovate. Right there. When you start the car and let it run, it goes up to about 78. So there you go, 77, 78. Let's see what the Holley tester reads. Here's my gas, and for some reason my E85 was a lot more foggier. Maybe it's just the way we got it out of the return line, but it's been sitting for a while and it ain't even started to make a line. So we do have enough to do another test, but we'll let it set a little bit longer and see what happens. Oh, also some of you may say, well, your gauge is probably reading wrong. No, it's not reading wrong, because I actually had race gas. I had race E85 in that thing before the end of winter. It was a Sonico or something. I don't forgot the brand, but it had race E85 in it. That's true E85, and the gauge actually read E86, E87 with that stuff in there. So I do know my gauge is correct. I'm not sure if you guys can see this or not. but that's reading right at E95. That's way off. So mine's reading E95. I'm gonna dump that out and we're gonna try it again. It's been setting for about 20 minutes. Yeah, it says E95. I know you ain't gonna get no E95 at the pump. That's not impossible. That'll never happen. We'll let it set a little bit longer and then I'll try it again. We still got some more left over. But you ain't gonna get E95 at the pump. There ain't no possible way. And I just cleaned that tank out and put that gas in there. And it's E77 based on the sensor. And everybody that I know that knows a lot about E85 says the sensors read better. So I don't know. So I've let this set. We've let it set longer and longer. And we're at 92% now. It's going down a little bit. But your fuel line always goes down too. And the directions doesn't specify very good. It just says fill it up with water to this line, gas to this line, gently shake, and then put on a flat surface. Is what it says. But it doesn't say how long it's got to set. But his read really quick. Mine's taking forever. But there is no way that I've got E90 or above. I mean, yeah, that's not even possible from pump gasoline. I know the guy that delivers the E85 around here, and he'll tell you there's no way it's even E85. But yeah, I have got close to E85 at the pump before on the sensor. I think it got up to E83 from the pump in the middle of summer. Middle of summer is when you get your best E85. The winter blend, it drops to like E50, E60. But yeah, there's no way it's E92. I can tell you that, because everybody would be going to the pump and getting it. Alright, so we're going to do this again. We use bottled water and we use sink water on his test. So we're going to use sink water on this one, see if it makes a difference.
We're going down to 92.
But it's already separating, it's already showing 92. The funny thing about it is when you put the E85 in here and you put it on that line and you shake it up and set it down, the oxygen comes out of the gas, I guess. I don't know. But it drops below that line. But we're going to leave it there. And we're going to let it set. It's already dropped to 92% like it said last time. But I guarantee you that's E78. You're not going to get E90 at the gas station out of the pump. You're not going to happen. But these gauges, these testers, I was always told they read off. They read high.
90 now.
And I think they do read high. I think they read like 10 high. But we'll let it set and see what it shows now. Well, there you go, guys. I don't know how good you can see that, but it's still showing mine at 91%. Now, I highly doubt you can get that quality E85 at the pump myself. So, what do you guys think? What do you think's the best way to test? With a manual test tube, whatever you call that thing, or the gauge and the sensor? Because my gauge and sensor, as you saw, it reads 77, 78, and that's more believable for me for pump E85. E91, that is not believable